Hi everyone. So a few weeks back, I received an email from Expo 2020 saying that I've been successful in my interview and I am now officially part of the Expo 2020 volunteers family. Today I'll walk you through the process on how I joined Expo 2020 volunteers program and will be sharing some of my experiences as well as some tips to keep in mind during the interview. So, if you are passionate about helping and interacting to other people, you love to go the extra mile, and you feel fulfilled every time you contribute or you give back to the community, then this is probably the best venue for you to showcase your passion of serving other people. What comes next to this as a benefit would probably be the fact and the privilege as well that you are showcasing your skills, your knowledge, your identity, and expertise on a global scale. Not just that, this would also let you connect, build network, and exchange ideas with aspiring individuals just like you. Imagine having friends from every country. Plus, if you've seen the renderings of the Expo 2020 site, they look so futuristic and ultra modern. Alright, so before we all get excited, we begin with the first step, which is the application or the registration process. This program is open to all UAE nationals and residents, students, working professionals, retirees, homemakers, and people of determination. I'll leave a link on the description below where you can access and sign up. You will be redirected to the registration form and you will have to fill out all the required information about yourself, such as your name, your email, your area of residence, your mobile number, and your residence ID number. Yes, again, you have to be a resident of the UAE before you can volunteer for the Expo 2020. By the way, the website is in Arabic language, but it will be automatically translated to English if the default language of your device is in English. So I suggest you use a laptop or a computer when signing up because I think I was having a hard time when I did it through my mobile device. They will need more information such as your interest, skills, what language you speak, and if you have any previous experience about volunteering, experience about events management or leading and managing a team, don't worry. If you don't have any experience in all three categories, just try to recall and put everything in detail about your previous experience in joining a volunteer work or working with a team, but as much as possible, put an emphasis on how you contributed to its success. This information will help them, the volunteers Expo 2020 team, this will help them assess and match your skills and experiences with the roles that they need during the expo. I genuinely feel that they have high standard in choosing their volunteers. Remember, this is a World Expo participated by 190 countries, represented by well-respected, high-profile, ultra-wealthy businessmen and investors. So give your best shot and be part of history. In the end, it's not just volunteerism, it's a showcase of human ingenuity. Okay, so in selecting your areas of interest, you have a lot of options from guest services to hospitality programs to protocols and VIP. You also need to select your top three skills. It could be health and safety, tour guide if you have knowledge about the UAE, customer service, performer, well, that's a cool way of showcasing your talent to the world. Or maybe first aid, childcare, administration, whichever is relevant to your profession or what you love to do. There's a lot of there's a lot to choose from actually, but you're only allowed to choose three items. You also need to select your preferred months of volunteering and the number of days and even the working hours. Expo 2020 will run for 6 months from October 2020 to April 2021. Just make sure you fill out all the fields as much as possible to show that you are really eager to be part of this exceptional world-class event waiting to happen. Who knows, this could also be your ticket to a better opportunity in your career moving forward. Once everything is set, now you're ready to hit the submit button. But make sure that you don't miss any spelling errors or incorrect or inconsistent data. Once you have submitted the application, you will receive two emails. Yes, two. One in Arabic version and then the other one in English. It's saying that the next step is the interview process, and they will be sending an invitation by email. Again, receiving the invitation depends on their assessment if you have provided the application process, so do your best. Bear in mind that it will also take a while to receive the email. It takes some time to review a huge number of applications from passionate and dedicated volunteers just like you, so be patient. In my case, I received the invitation for an interview a little over 2 weeks, I guess, after I have submitted the application. After you have received the email, you have to book for your volunteers interview. So this is already the schedule. Select the date and the specific time. Since I am working on weekdays, I selected Saturday at around 3 p.m. Make sure you bring your Emirates ID. The venue is called House of Volunteers, located within the Expo 2020 site. The Expo 2020 site is located near Investment Park and Al Maktoum International Airport. You can get there by car or by commute. If you're traveling by commute, I suggest you get off IBN Batuta Metro Station and take a taxi going to the venue. This is because getting a taxi or Uber from Danube Metro Station or UAE Exchange Metro Station is quite difficult. Alternatively, you can also take the bus from Danube Metro Station. Just make sure you allot an extra hour or more for the travel time. Upon entering, look for the House of Volunteers and tell the reception that you have a schedule for a volunteer interview. By the way, the people in the reception are also volunteers. The people in the reception are also volunteers. You need to present your Emirates ID and you will be given a color-coded pass indicating your schedule for the interview. At this point, there will be around 15 to 20 of you at the reception area, and it feels fascinating on how diverse the participants are, coming from different walks of life, from different parts of the world, all gathered in one venue, aspiring to take part and fulfill their purpose of contributing to this exciting mega event. Your batch will then be called to proceed upstairs and will be given an overview of the Expo 2020. They are also volunteers and you can feel how passionate they are in serving applicants. For sure, they are pretty much aware of how it feels because they've seen or they've been through the process as well. So don't worry, it's normal to feel nervous and have mixed emotions. I know you'll feel better since this video will be giving you an idea on what will happen during the application and selection process. By the way, if you like this video and you think I've given you value, please hit the thumbs up below. The overview will include a short discussion about Expo 2020, its theme, connecting minds, creating the future. Its sub-themes as well: opportunity, mobility, and sustainability, what they mean and how they represent the Expo 2020 in terms of its vision and how it was applied at the architectural level or perspective. Just a tip, listen carefully to the discussion so you can relate and include some ideas during the interview. There's also a short discussion about the history of Expo 2020, such as the innovative products, or landmarks featured in the previous World Expos. Each section has a creative build-up panel with a flat screen on it showing the audiovisual presentations depending on what the section is all about. From the video walkthrough of the Expo 2020 site to the infographics of the World Expo history and so on. Once the overview is done, you will proceed to the next area, which is a classroom type for a short presentation. You will have to take your clever hourglass designed chair from one side of the room and gather all together, but you have to put it back after the presentation. This presentation mainly consists of the 5 core values of an Expo 2020 volunteer. So respect, commitment, knowledge, energy, and being yourself. Pay attention to this because it will help you a lot during the interview. After the presentation, everyone will proceed to the interview room connected through a bridge with a floor-to-ceiling glass panels, giving you a glimpse of the Expo 2020 site that it continues to take shape. This area consists of more than 10 cubicles where the interviewers, who happen to be volunteers as well, will get to know more about the applicants. There's no particular order on who will be called first. You can volunteer if you want. I'm not sure if we were all asked with the same questions, but this was just my experience. It's not really an interview, but a casual discussion about yourself and why you joined Expo 2020 Volunteers Program. It's normal to feel nervous at first, but eventually you'll feel like you're just talking to a colleague or a friend. The interviewer will take your photo first, which will be uploaded to your account in the portal. Depending on the interviewer, he or she will most likely let you talk about yourself. So you have to tell why you joined the program, and I believe it's worth mentioning the previous experiences you have about volunteering, about managing or taking part in a big event, or leading a team. Remember what you wrote during the application process. You can discuss your passion or your career and how it helped you grow and how you can apply your expertise, your knowledge, your attributes as part of the Expo 2020 Volunteers family. The next part will be the 5 core values. The interviewer will tell you a scenario related to each of the 5 core values, and you will answer on how you will respond to each one. Always think of what's the best thing to do and how it will benefit the participants of the Expo. Do your best and keep in mind that your primary objective is to genuinely contribute and serve others, with Expo 2020 as an excellent platform of showcasing your passion and purpose without expecting anything in return. Personally, I feel this experience is one of a kind. It's creative yet systematic and filled with excitement. 2 days after the interview, I got an email saying that I have been successful in my interview and now part of the Expo 2020 Volunteers family. I can't wait until the start of my training, meet my co-volunteers, and eventually starting my first volunteering shift. If you have any questions or you are also an Expo 2020 volunteer, feel free to share your experiences and drop your comments below. I wish you all the best, always believe in yourself, and I'm sure you can do it too. Much love and God bless.